Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's January 7th, 2024. Thea and I are going on a little bit of a road trip. We're going from, right now we're in Fulton, New York, and we're going to be going...
In 500 feet, turn left onto West 1st Street South.
Going to Westvale in Syracuse, New York. And we're in Thor.
Now turn left onto West 1st Street South.
Thor is a 2024 all-wheel drive Cybertruck, and it's in full self-driving. I'm supervising it right now. Right now we got a red arrow, so we can't turn left. So it has been absolutely fantastic, just as smooth as can be, with the exception of one intervention that we had to do yesterday, where I thought it was probably going to turn on a red arrow, similar to this at another intersection here. But other than that, it really drove beautifully yesterday, right, hon?
Yep, it was good.
So we'll go along. We've had snow every day for several days now, and before that, everything was just completely thawed out. We had lots of rain before all the snow. No big snow accumulation, several inches each day is what we've had. So we got the green light. So I'm just supervising at this point. A little bit tight over here, but he was stopped at the appropriate stop spot there. Really nice. So hopefully I adjusted this camera that's behind us here now so that it can see this screen here. So you can see what we see as far as interventions and all, as far as the traffic and the vehicles, those sorts of things. Around here, there's lots of potholes. The plows during the winter months really do lots of agitation. And this road is actually pretty good now. This one was just paved just a couple of years ago, so it isn't too bad at all. But I really like the big tires on Thor. They work really, really well. The last video that we showed, taking Thor out for a drive, we went to the post office and we talked about challenges with going through whiteouts and all. And if you can see these snowbanks here on the side, I don't know how well it shows up, but you see it comes to a crisp edge. But this is pretty densely, lots of housing in here, so there isn't a lot of chance for the winds as they come out of the west, that way's to our west, to really create a big drift. But you'll see places along the way here. It's been a pretty windy, not a super windy day, but a windy day, so there will be some whiteouts.
Because it's supposed to be gusts up to 20 or 30 miles an hour today.
Right.
And it's 22 degrees now with a wind chill factor of 5. So it was very cold going in the post office. Here's some blowing a little bit.
Yeah. So sometimes what you see right here, it's much, much worse, especially back in the country where we come from. Right now there's a lot of housing here, and there'll be country up ahead where it'll happen. And you'll see drifts and white patches on the road as well. So two things, like Tesla uses multiple cameras, and it's only going 38 right now in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. I am going to depress the accelerator here to tell it, let's get going a little bit faster here. No one's coming up behind us, and we don't have to go real fast today, but so I just brought it up to the current speed limit. It's backing down a little bit. We'll see what happens. But with these whiteouts, so up ahead here you can see there's that white patch in the road there where the winds come across from over the trees over there and it'll blow across. These aren't bad spots, but we do have some places where you really cannot see, a couple of car lengths in front of you. And when it's really blowing, you can't even see. It's harder than heck to even see one car length in front of you. So one of the things I ordered today was a FLIR, and I talked about that before. It's a forward-looking infrared camera, and you've probably seen them where people or animals show up. You know, firemen use it all the time. So if there's a fire in a wall that's sealed up and you really can't see it and all, firemen can use the infrared detector, because it detects thermal energy, so heat energy. So our bodies are warmer, our face and hands may be exposed, and that shows up really well even during the winter months. But it can have it be colors and show temperature gradients. Really good all year round with detecting, you know, a deer that may pop out across the road, or any other critter, or children, or people walking without having reflectors on or lighting at all. So this is doing pretty well right now. It got just a little bit too close to that. I think that's a Nissan in front of us, I'm not sure. And it backed off some. So, and I have it in chill, and this is full self-driving version 13.2.2. It's very smooth. Very, very smooth. So I like it a lot.
Did you tell them where we're going?
No, I didn't. Why don't you tell them, honey?
Oh, we are going to Syracuse to a thrifty shopper to see if there's some books we want to purchase to resell on eBay. And the reason we're going today is it's Tuesday, and it is Senior Citizen Day, and we are in that category.
You'd never know it by looking at us, but yeah, we technically qualify for senior citizens, yes. Yeah. So that's our little excursion today. And these folks are taking it at 36, you're in a 55, that's fine. We're not in a big rush. I did, so if anybody's interested, so one of the things I've talked about before is the 10 different forms of capital, the 10 different forms of investing, and I've posted articles on our website about it and all, and we're big Tesla fans, Thea and I are, and we're very invested in Tesla as shareholders in the company. So today I actually posted, I think, 3 articles on how a little bit about my research on, do I want to stay invested in Tesla? So every year I really take a good, long, hard look at our investments and try to analyze it. Now, all throughout the year, every quarter, I go through their quarterly findings and all, and their investor days, I pay close attention to what they're discussing and all. And so right now, a few of the things that Tesla is developing is which everybody is aware of right now, is artificial intelligence. And so this truck is not necessarily a standard car or truck. It is a robot on wheels. So it's driving us to our location. Eventually, it won't need me in the car to go and pick up things and all. That's at some point in the future. But Tesla's also building 2-seater cars right now for the robo-taxi network or cyber cabs. So these are look like regular little cars. These ones happen to be gold, that look they're mimicking somewhat the old yellow cabs from years ago. And there's a large trunk space in the back for people to put their bags. You can put a couple of golfing bags in there. You put your travel bags in there, that sort of thing. You can put your groceries in there. But the vast majority of ride-hail people that are going and using an Uber or a Lyft or a taxi most of those rides take one or two people. So that's why they're making these less expensive autonomous vehicles that will be part of a robo-taxi network, a large robo-taxi network, using artificial intelligence and using the full self-driving. It won't need supervision. It won't have steering wheel. It doesn't have a steering wheel, doesn't have a brake pedal or acceleration pedal like this one does. But there is really no need for those, because it'll be, instead of there being a driver, it'll be just one or two passengers that can travel in that car. Now, certainly those of us that have Model 3s, Model Ys, S's, and X's in Tesla, with all the cameras and all the systems and all, if you're at work or if you're at home and all, you can just go ahead and make your vehicle be part of the network, go on out there and make money, transporting people when you're at work or when you're at home sleeping. Since people really only use their vehicles for a very short period of a 24-hour period, or a very small amount of their full year, yet people need to have a vehicle. It's been that way since I was a kid, in order to, especially if you live any place like we do, you needed to get around, to get to work, to get your groceries and all that. But the cost of a vehicle, with paying either a lease or you have a loan for it, and then you have your insurance that you're paying for it, and then you have your fuel that you're paying for, maintenance, repairs, registration, all of those things add up. And many people have to pay for parking. So there's just so many things that I think are going to change the way that, gradually change the way that Americans and people all over the world will just go ahead and gradually transition to maybe having a one-car family at the most, or being a no-car family, especially the younger people nowadays. A lot of them don't necessarily want to learn how to drive. They just want to get to their events and all, and it'd be much more economical for them in the future. So that's one of the things that Tesla is one of their next big growth spurts. Right now, it isn't the automotive, the manufacturing Teslas per se. It's more or less the manufacturing of battery systems. So like this battery that's in this truck can be used to back up our home. So you can plug this into your home, and you can run your home for several days off of the battery power in this truck. But Tesla also makes solar panels, solar roofs, and power packs that are made for your home, battery systems that are made for your home, and also large industrial battery packs called megapacks. And that's a way of not having to spend a lot of money on your tax dollars to have these large peaker plants, which when there's high demand, those plants fire up. In Oswego we have a large steam plant. It only runs a small fraction of the year, but when demands are high, that fires up and meets the needs. But that has to be maintained all the time as well. So gradually, as these battery systems go out and they get in place all over the country, all over the world. Australia has really been doing very well with the megapacks. So Tesla's a car manufacturer. They're an energy production and storage system. There's also, some people, depending on where you live in the country, if you've got the solar panels and your own home battery system as well, you can make money and take in electricity from the grid or from your solar panels when the rates are lower. And when the peak rates kick in, those times during the peak running times during the daytime, then you can go ahead and sell it back to the grid. So you can get paid for having that. So there's so many ways that Tesla has been gradually changing. So the robo-taxi thing, the autonomous driving, I think is well on its way now, although Elon thought it would be much further ahead years ago. Based on what I'm experiencing now, we're so close to being there. So I'm pretty excited about that. And the next larger thing that I discuss in the articles is the artificial intelligence that will be operating the Optimus robot. So Tesla has a humanoid robot called Optimus that I'm just paying real close attention to the shoulder where we may not have a shoulder. So that robot has artificial intelligence that's going to be operating it. So those will be going in initially into the Tesla factories to do all of the many of the different jobs in the assembly line, manufacturing, shipping, materials and all. So, those are some of the topics that I go over in those articles. I talk about, well, what's the potential, what's the total addressable market. So what's, in 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years from now. So we'll see just what we do here. I'd be inclined to turn over to the right. I'm just going to hit the turn signal and see if it goes over. It isn't doing it right now. Well, got someone coming up behind us. All right, so it's going to do it. I didn't hit the turn signal that time. And this is snowy, a little bit slushy, not too deep, but the traction on this truck is just amazing with these tires. I know some people are switching out these tires for snow tires, but these have really worked out beautifully. I don't know that I want to go much faster than this. We'll see what we do. So we have, you may not be able to see it, there's a little, I've got it on chill, but I'm just, oh, I didn't mean to go down that far. So I'm adjusting it. Right now it's going 52 miles per hour, and I'm saying it can go 60. So I use this little scroll bar here to say, don't go over 60 right now. So we got some flashing lights up ahead here. Oh, it's the snow plows. Okay, Thea's giving me the wife's signal for slow down. And Thor is doing this on his own.
Because they have both lanes.
Yeah. So they've got 3 snow plows up ahead of us. You probably can't see that very well.
It's kind of 2 snow plows with that one on the left.
That's
has
right.
that section that goes halfway in the middle of the road.
That's right. So one snow plow has so the snow plow that's in the lead is clearing the snow from the far left lane and putting it to a plow that he's pulling behind him, going across the center, and then there's a follow-up plow in the back. So the second plow that's motorized is plowing this lane. So it's a pretty good system, but
it means that we're going 20 miles an hour. But
That's
we
right.
have the best clear roads we could have now in front of us.
So, but it's nice that I don't have to do anything. I really like this a lot. Now there's a camera right here that keeps an eye on our eyes to make sure we're paying attention. So if I start looking down here and go with my phone, all of a sudden you'll see a blue light show up. I don't want to look away too long. Well, it'll light up here if I look away too long.
Then does it get more assertive, like it gives you the blue light and then
Yeah,
It's
then
mad.
then it'll give a strike and disconnect you from having the ability to use full self-driving, because people have abused it in the past. Some people, so that used to be, instead of using the camera to see your eyes, it used to be that you'd have to give a little bit of pressure on the steering wheel throughout the whole trip that you had full self-driving or even autopilot on. Autopilot is really great for the highways. It does all your steering, but it won't change the lanes. You have to change your lanes, and but it will maintain an appropriate distance behind the vehicle ahead of you, stop and go. But if you're the only vehicle pulling up to a light, you have to stop it yourself. So full self-driving does it all, like it's doing now. But autopilot is a cruise control and lane control, that sort of thing. Let's see how Thor handles this. So, yep, being polite, slowing down a bit. It's going to look like a choo-choo train here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles behind us right now. And one of the latest things, they did make it so that we can zoom in a little bit with this. And I think you can move it around more as well. I'm not sure. I haven't played with that yet. So, yeah. So the ride's going to take us a little bit longer today. But I got to say, you know, it's having this ability to completely, I don't want to say completely relax, because you are supervising. I can't pull out my phone and watch videos. I can't watch videos on here. The screen in the back, if you had kids in the back, they can, or people in the back, they could watch videos or play games on the screen in the back. But they don't allow us to do that here. In the robo-taxis, they have a larger screen than this, and people can go on the internet, they can play games. So there's or they can watch movies, YouTube, Netflix, and all. And you'll have an app on your phone for the cybercabs or the robo-taxi network, and you'll be able to have all of your settings. So if you want the temperature when the robo-taxi picks you up to be a certain temperature, you can have that set. You can have it so it's playing certain music, or so that it uses your Netflix login for you, or whatever, or YouTube, whatever it is, so that you can have it customized just for you. So I think that's pretty cool. When I was a kid, I would never have wanted to have something like this. I loved, you know, driving, racing around, no, don't be going, no. See, it saw the guy up ahead move over. So I wouldn't necessarily do this, to tell you the truth, but it's okay. I'd stay in a single file lane, but this is working. So I think this video is going to be pretty boring. Do you have anything you want to talk about, hon?
No, I'm just enjoying the trip, and
okay,
that's it.
All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. If anyone is interested in buying a Tesla, you can always get a referral code. There's always one in our description of our videos for Tesla, no matter what videos I put out. And there's a discount for people purchasing it. But you have to use the link or someone else's link in order to get the discount, because you can't go there, pick out your vehicle and all that, and then try to apply the discount. Tesla doesn't allow that.
So you have to start by just putting your link, your discount, and then choosing all your colors of the car or what
Yep.
rear-wheel drive or what all-wheel drive or whatever after that.
Right. You have to click the link to bring you to the place where you get that referral credit. And I think it's $1,000 for most. It was just $2,000. And even the Cybertruck, it's down $20,000 in price right now. And it currently qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit if your situation allows you to use the referral, the tax credit. So again, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and take care.
Bye-bye, you guys. See
Bye-bye
you
now.
later.